All right. So we're attempting to get the stream stable again. Like a few changes. But the classic ones like reset all the stream URLs. Really weird thing was that it seemed to disconnect when we were playing music from iTunes. Like just like the moment like before it was okay doing that a few days ago though, but then literally click play and it's like minutes later like stream health blah blah blah. So we're gonna just make sure it's stable. You know. I've changed a couple of settings in Tarkov as well because most of the games I stream they're not, you know, online, so set that to only using physical cores, RAM cleaner. I've also like field of view. I also did the max frames. Yeah, 60. Because I don't turn that quickly. Anyway, set DLS to performance. Reset F. Left everything on medium. It was actually already on medium when I was playing before. I just hadn't noticed. But for some reason, I think when they released like the last patch, even though I changed it to the DLSS stuff, it defaulted back to AMD for some reason. So, oh, but I've put that back. We're currently trying to collect fuel containers and make friends with scavs in both the gas stations, which, you know, well, it might work out. Let's see. So, because of course, with iTunes, like everything I play on iTunes, I've obviously downloaded, so it's locally stored. So, rather than play from iTunes, I'm just gonna play it from the. I've reset all the settings and it's telling me it can't hear me, so I'm just gonna check that is bullshit. It almost certainly is, but better check, right? Okay, so there we go. Das ist gut, ja? Ja, ja. Okay. Alright. And in a way, we might listen to like a wider variety of music because do it this way. Apple Music. It just has all the artists like listed in like little folders, so probably likely to just listen to some more random stuff. Although this list is definitely not complete, but that's good. Downloads? No. Oh yeah, okay. So we just click music. We get the full list, I guess. Oh, pick something random. See if we get any warnings about well, not getting the update. I've also set it to use a VPN server that is designed for streaming. I suspect it's for accessing streaming services, not the other way around. But things just seems to be like network related. I was like, worth a shot. This is Youth by Daughter.
That I wonder if what the issue actually was just playing them in the iTunes app.
Alright, cool. Well, it didn't crash already, so I guess we're off to a good start. We're currently just using this MPX because might be an unpopular thing to say, but I don't really care about the MPX. I'm an SR25 guy, usually. It's empty? What? Did I spawn in late or no? Wow. An austerity raid it is. I've also signed in to YouTube rather than Twitch with Streamlabs this time. And then we've said, you know, take the recommended settings from YouTube. See if that helps as well. Graphics card? Oh. See, SSD's pretty close, right? That was weird, eh? They started to go up the stairs. Sounded like they went up over there. Went over there. Now they're not making any noise. This is a good example of the patience of some Tarkov players, to be honest with you. Because we would have heard more footsteps from him moving further away than that. So it sounds like he's like run out of the building and then just stopped. ants in his pants. His or hers. Sorry. Shouldn't assume, right? More than a few. Hell, I know 3 girl Tarkov players off the top of my head straight away. And they're just ones who stream, right? So. Steps. See, if you had like proper scope, I could work out if there was something actually down here. See, it's still there. See, I'm a bit like, how do they know I was there? But I don't remember if I went prone after they came up the stairs or not, because they could have heard me go prone. Because that might be enough noise, but still. It sounded like they came up the stairs over there, and part way along, and it sounded like they were about to, and then they ran out of the building and have been like standing over there for a minute. The problem with this particular room is, in this scenario, essentially like, they know if they rush into me, I have the advantage. Fortunately for me, they don't know how blind I am, and that they'd still have a chance of killing me anyway. Truth hurts, right? And similarly though, if I try and get out of the building, same thing. But for them. And I mean, you know, they could be streaming at the same time saying, "Why I'm so blind," is, you know, same thing. Just don't know. There is a lot of players out there. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's like this all the time, you know. Really? Just stop that. Stop it. Come on, get it together, man. Come on. Should really spend some time on getting some grenades. Now we've kind of like got a handle on the inventory, like the stash size, and kind of given it some level of order. We've got a reasonable amount of like, not perfect, but like reasonably modded guns with like scopes, and, like what I would consider like actual scopes. But yeah, the lack of grenades is definitely on the list. I did notice there's these little mini grenades, and they're quite cheap, as like 1 GP coin each. I'm not sure how much damage they do, but might be enough to, you know, upset someone, I reckon. Because I didn't have to buy the medical case with GP coins. We're pretty good for GP coins at the moment. Did all my dailies this morning before work, so I've got about 200-ish. Alright. Could be two of them, you know. Although if there was two of them, then I would have thought when one came here, the other one would come there, and you know, worst case scenario, one of them dies. I feel like we should. It's a bit early to eat and drink. That Valde is a definite solid win. That like there. I'm gonna get an SSD, so. Close the door behind them. That is a bit odd. Maybe it was a scarf? I mean, some players might do that, but I'd say it was in the minority, to be honest. I bet they're still waiting now. Whoever it was. Any grenades for me? Call that a big yes. Never underestimate the patience of other Tarkov players. I remember when I first started playing this with Hollow. And we were in this room actually. And I think we'd heard someone outside. And I think we've been waiting like 10-15 minutes. And he was like, oh, they've definitely gone by now. I'm like, wouldn't be so sure. He went, go on, go on. I'm like, okay. Ran out of that door and that guy like gunned us both down. I was just like, he'd been patiently waiting outside that door, I think 20 minutes in the end. I don't know. And I reckon the person just ran from there to there. So I think they were there because they were like, open that door. And then they've heard me at that end, so like if I'm standing over here, he goes out that door, then I've got him there instead. So. But we do have grenades now, so we can we could just rush them and like throw grenades at them straight off the bat, right? That could be interesting. You might just walk out the door and get just like owned, you know, but let's see. maybe they did actually leave. They'd been hit by that. They would have made some sort of involuntary noise. Taking damage, so I guess we are good. Cool. Goodbye. To be honest, the fact I got an SSD and a Valde in my ass pocket, I'm like, not really asked. Hopefully there's some scavs sitting in a old gas station waiting for us. Up that number a little bit. Somebody's running around with, I don't know. I'm gonna guesstimate an MP7. They are pretty popular. With good reason too, because they're good. I don't know if that'll count as being in a gas station, to be honest. Let's have a look. Yeah. Ah. That one definitely will. There's one here, there's usually more than one. Where are you, mates? No. We have garnered their attention. Maybe one more? Actually, if they're all on this side, let's run in here. In theory, that should cause them to follow us. At least, probably. I think if they're under the bridge, it'll count. I don't see jack shit from
They're still breathing. Yeah, keep saying that. Ah!
See, usually if there's a scav within audio range, they'll respond to that. Typical. Like, when I try and run through here, and I wasn't trying to deal with them, there was literally like 5 of them. And when you're just like, oh, hello. I didn't do that. Unless it was a, you know, a deflect or something, which would have been like crazy luck, I guess. I don't think that was me, though. Take that just for the flashlight, to be honest with you. The moment flashlights are still a bit of a commodity for us till we hit, I think, level 20. We should have better access to flea market. I do like how they've done it. It's definitely going to make, you know, I would say, I mean, for me at least, the early game is what I loved about the game. I don't know, like, what other people's kind of drop rate was, but for me, I would get to most wipes. I would get to about level 35 and be a bit like, cool, let's do something else, you know. But there's some things on flea market I won't even be able to buy until level 40, and of course, there is the chance, albeit small, from what I've heard about Terminal, of actually escaping from Tarkov. So, yeah, I think, you know, me and my mate didn't have, like, particularly high expectations of 1.0. We're going to be like, it's just going to be the same Tarkov with some sort of story. And in a way we're right, but in another way we're, like, quite wrong. Because, like, I was one of the few people, unpopular as it is to say, who, I really enjoyed the hardcore wipe. Because it was basically like an austerity wipe, and the lack of things in game, or what makes the game more fun for me, like this kind of like, you know, dealing with other players, lots of scavs, and maybe like having to deal with like pretty garbage ammo and hack and slash builds from stuff you've been able to find. No flea market, so you couldn't like, you know, make money easily by just, you know, selling stuff on flea. And obviously, like, I was in the minority in that one. But the way they've kind of designed it, to be like a little bit of no flea and a little bit of some flea, like they've kind of evened it out a bit, I think is like a really happy medium, at least in my opinion. It's actually kind of giving me the vibe that I might actually try and escape from Tarkov. It's why I'm actually cataloging like what day I'm on. Because I guess like normally with Tarkov, like on my like stream about me page, like Tarkov is just like eternity mode. You know, I will just play this till it's not a game anymore. You know, but now you can actually escape from it. I guess you could be like, well, why don't we play it like that? You know, like try and actually complete the story and la 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 la. You know, like like a regular game, I guess, sort of. um, so far we haven't had any errors about data, not getting enough data, and we've played a tune in the background. We didn't play it through iTunes though. I wonder if the weird thing was that we were just playing through iTunes, to be honest with you. Was that? Oh, I mean, we use shit. So we'll just clear that out and just rinse and repeat, really. Need to top this up. Grab the flashlight. Oh, good old cliches. That cliche to you is basically like daylight in your pocket. It's great. This is all junk. Do you got anything I care about? Meh. Well, I'll keep all of it for now. Yeah, I'll keep all of that. Ocha. That's definitely a solid entry from that raid log, as is the SSD. That means we can add a scope to it. One more gun, you know, one at a time. Adding scopes to these things. Yeah, cool. Throw that up there. Garage. Progress. Oh yeah, I want to check the checkpoint key. I don't know if it's still broken or not. So I don't know if you're familiar or not, but there's a room that I affectionately refer to as Death Box, which is where the checkpoint key used to work. It doesn't. Well, it hasn't worked for a while, and now I've got the key. I kind of want to see if it'll actually open the door now. Yeah, we got these little mini hand grenades. Like, according to the damage profile, 25 fragments, maximum damage 40, and then explosion rate is 2 to 5. Delays only 3 seconds. And we can buy these for like almost nothing from like they're 1 GP a piece, so that's definitely on the good value list to me. Like, actually, does he sign 919 ammo by any chance? Because the main problem I have at the moment is we're just going through the M882 that I got when I started the game. No, he doesn't. At least we've now got access to Peacekeeper. We can actually have ammo. See, we've got Green Tracer, which is not good. We definitely can't buy M882. Level 2. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. So we're probably going to be downgrading to that sooner or later. Assuming I mean, this is the third raid now we survived with this gun. And the original premise of this gun was that, you know, we'd just use it till we die using it, and then switch to something more interesting. Okay. Let's get back out there. Wait, food and water. Don't think that. Yeah, cool. I think we're good there, aren't we? Oh, hang on. Green flare. Should probably buy some more of those actually before he resets. He's going to reset in 42 minutes, so we can get to. Then we'll be able to get 2 more in, you know. If we're in a raid like to the end of the raid, then another 2. Green flares on customs really kind of are a big deal, especially if you're solo player, because it does give you a pretty handy extract. regardless of which side of the map you spawn on. So let's pick another tune. I think the main problem for me with with not using iTunes is that I'm used to like what all the album covers look like, and having to just remember the names of the tracks is like harder. Chronologic, I think we're good on blue.
That makes sounds very good, by the way. Yeah, definitely blue. I think it's nice fun. Oh,
Speaking of, yeah, they've definitely improved that. Like the same spawn again. Hey, you don't question it, right? I do find that quite often, like when you play solo, you tend to get the same spawn like at least like twice in a row is like quite common. Oh yeah. Get in my pouch. Shots fired. Sensor might not be around for long here. Graphics card? If I can get that out, I can upgrade my rest space. That's another interesting thing, like another thing where they've kind of done like a bit of both, is like with all the stuff in your hideout, like some of it is not in raid and some of it needs to be in raid. And I kind of like that they've done like a kind of a halfway house between the two there as well. It's quite nice. as well throw those bullets in the box at someone. You know, the way they say in conversation, listening is an active skill. Checkpoint's over there, actually. Try and, feels like it might be not that smart. So, well, suppose they're fighting over there. We could try and get to old gas station again, couldn't we? Get caught in a crossfire with whoever's shooting each other, though. So we'll find out in a minute. This is why I don't rush around the place. So I would have walked straight into that. See, just at that angle there, they can't see through that door. And you can lean and cap that door. But usually you get like the same, I don't know, it seems to happen like quite a lot. Like you'll get the same spawn like twice. Sometimes 3 times when you're playing solo on the same map. And then you'll get somewhere else. almost felt like they were shooting at the wall. It like literally felt like it landed like, you know. I don't like to say it, but like they knew where I was, you know. Probably just a coincidence, right? Always leaves a taste in my mouth when they say that word, especially when I don't believe in coincidences. But ooh, tree. One of the times I've shot at a tree in this game. Well, I don't like to admit it, but it's a lot. To be honest. Sniper scout is out there. That could be a bit of a problem for us. If he spots us, like hitting him with an MPX will be tricky. Got some friends. He's down there. Good clockers, you see. Try and shoot him, right? Do you reckon? Be a hell of a shot, I'm gonna be honest. Yep. Oh, we hit him. Whenever you're shooting at these snipers, you always want to break line of sight. Otherwise, they might miss you with the first one, but they'll definitely hit you with the second one. He did wiggle a little bit then, didn't he? Little bit. Oh yeah, I think he's... Whoa, no, he's still alive. That shot felt like it came over here, didn't it? That ricocheted. Yeah, that's coming from over there. Someone on the train track. Well, now we're between a rock and a hard place. Should make things interesting, right? Hello, anyone home? Oh, what ammo were they using? Overweight? It's kind of rude. Where's that got? PS. This is why I'm slowly like building up just like, you know, collection of guns with, you know, scopes where you can the magnification past just ×1. Because that guy on the other side of the garages could have had a crack at that, but at least my eyesight's not good enough to clock him. Only reason I was able to clock him at all was I saw the, you know, where the shot was coming from. Did want to check if that checkpoint key worked.
Блять, перца щеми!
Wonder if Sniper Scav's still waiting for us. Hopefully he's found someone else to shoot at by now, right? This guy might not have though. Just want to see if there's any scavs in here. Although, if that guy isn't a scav, then there's a fair chance he's killed anyone that was in here. Don't go that way. 'Cause I think this guy was over here. So we would have an angle on this potentially this way as well. So I think he's over by this train here.
Вроде никого.
Sounded like those ones were alright, didn't it? Still some weirdness with sound in this game.
Нет никого. Гнида! Вон!
Like that guy sounded like he was there. That guy, well, he was over there, but it still sounded like there was one over there, so it was a bit. Yeah. For a second then I thought that was the guy crouching down. Oh, that ammo is great. So you might still better green flare out of here. Because when I ran along the wall there, I heard a guy running, like, it sounded like whoever was trying to hit me from by the train moved. Come closer, you know. Just heard someone jumping there, though. It's generally something players do. Problem with that clip is it's high pen against class 2. Which, if whoever that is wearing any decent armor, well, you might need to try and like aim for the legs, you know. I don't know, maybe Scav's jumping out, I don't know. Could be a player Scav, of course. Why don't we, see if there's anyone waiting for us. So, if there was a Scav near there, they would have been like, ah, grenade. Sounds like someone else got them. definitely not scavs. But yeah, class 2, pen. What's the problem with that one? Question is, how long can they wait? See, I've got my green flare. If I can get over there, then I'm good. Really. Some guy's trying to extract. Where is he? Might have got him, I'm not sure. Well, I would suggest that green flare is good. Maybe he's dead, maybe he isn't. Oh. My main concern with that last interaction with that guy there was really like, if I came out, like, was I about to like walk straight into a bullet, you know? You know, it's one of the things. You know, because of the way you can't buy any ammo on Flea except from traders. With me still being only on my 6th day back in the game, like the good ammo for 9x19, like I probably need to unlock it from some mission or whatever. And I generally do quests with my mate Hollow. Like these, like kill scavs here, kill scavs there. You know, that kind of happens organically. I think it's fair to say. But the ones where it's like get this or grab that or go there, we generally do those together. The MPX lives to fight another day. Although, yeah, we're gonna slowly start running out of ammo for it, so. Well, good ammo, that is, you know. So we saw some of the class 2 in action there. Scav, sniper, scav, yeah, so. The one we threw a lot of grenades at, he got away. And the one on the other side, I think he just hit the deck because he was probably looting a body or something. I just didn't want to risk him like shooting at me as I came out of that door, really. Not so far. Stream has been stable. No data errors and any of that stuff. So maybe clearing the Streamlabs cache was the thing. It's kind of hard to tell. I would really like to. I think we'd be able to craft like decent ammo for the 9x19 if we could get this up a level. Don't think we've got anything in there. That's 921. That's an 18. 18. Nope. Yeah, we can just buy these. That's the one thing we need, and we need that in raid. And we definitely can't craft that one. So. Oh, wait. Okay. Zook for the collection. I'm a pretty big fan of Zooks, like, I think they're great. Wait. Jesus, these almost both full again, are you kidding me? What else we got? Yeah, I think the issue with the warning from you, well, it wasn't a warning, just like a detection. I think is probably a fair way of putting it. Was that when I was doing like inventory stuff, I had music playing like for quite a while because my inventory was a hideous mess, and I think YouTube, like based on what I've read, to just you know be fair with that one, um, is fair usage policy. So if you have like tunes playing too often or for too long, then it kind of that'll trigger it. How many rounds is that? Oh yeah. Two and a half clips to the uninformed of the wonders of the 5.7. Which I'm slowly accumulating. Some of which to just get more like spare. So it's like some of them I'll just buy, take the magazine out, and then sell them. Looks like it's one such example. So we'll sell that one for say, I don't know. Say 5k. Because we bought that one and took the magazine out of it for another one. We just want one that's got a magazine. Because other people sell them without the magazines. Which is a bit sneaky. Yeah. I think that means they all have magazines now. I know, like, low ball, but kind of important thing to not forget to do, right? Yeah. What are we doing on that? We're not completely out on that. Let's just unload all this. Let's see what it looks like. I think if we'd had this is okay. I think if we'd had M8A2, we might have caught that guy there, you know. Mostly been using like 7.62s. Look. Yeah, some of these rounds are just for like these guns you get from the start. Yeah, there's one of them there. Yeah, we don't have a lot of. Well, we got some. That's 762. That's a 105 as well. Well, I guess we keep hold of it, right? Now, I'm terrible for like hoarding guns in this game. You just end up with like just just too many guns. Like let's just do a count, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just do a count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 24, 20, 25. And as you can see, I've been slowly like modifying them like bit by bit as I come across useful objects, which is I don't know. I think some people would look at that and be like, you should see someone about that, you know. uh, and you know they'd have a fair point. Um, let's see. But yeah, I mean it's a nice looking gun. It's just can't really get any ammo for it. May as well repair it. Might start well, I hope it wouldn't, but I suppose like now it's not 100%. There's a chance that it might start jamming, which would be unwelcome, let's say. Yeah, let's go with that. What? So 60. Something better food-wise. I'm kind of low on like snacks. You know, 25 guns and no food. Even though not having that will totally kill you in this game, so. Hell did they go? What? Right. Yeah, should be fine. Oh, I did get hit in the head. A little. Still actually sure that. Seeing as it saved us from death once already, right? Now, in theory, like when we load into this one, we should get like a different spawn. So let's see.
You can get slotty passes well enough, but like, good job. I was pretty happy to discover an arena. And just look at those things. Once you get into a gunfight, realize the guy's wearing like Braver glasses and a mustache. We're gonna kind of get it just in time. It's gonna be close, like. Just play like one song, just to kind of like, the loading screen, just to kind of like thin it out a little bit. So my mate does it on when he streams, and it was like, yeah. Even though they have like improved the loading times, kind of just sitting in kind of like silence for a few minutes is, not great. So I mean, from a perspective of what we're attempting to do, that one was an utter failure, but also quite a fun raid. So, see, different spot. Sadly, nowhere near either gas station, but there's a fair chance this will mean this will be what we get next time. Not always though, but oh,
Вот он! Отец все служивый! Гнида!
sometimes you get like 3 or 4 of them in there, Come on. Oh, med tools. Med tools? At least got one of those scavs. We did do 4 raids in a row with this gun. Do you reckon that was aimed at me? Because I do. Well, at least we got all the keys, and we got one of the med tools into you did not want to be in here. So I'd rather. It's kind of like deal with the Death Star or engage the Star Destroyers moment. We know there's at least one more scav over here, probably 2. Being trapped in that box, if PMCs come your way, well, good luck getting out is all I'd say. one box for another. Didn't mean to throw the once at home, it was like, well, shit. The element of disappearing quietly has been taken away. So I may as well just throw the damn thing. Did you have some epic gun? Oh, that's a big mount. Search master. If we get out of here alive, I will be shocked. Just saying. Because it could be like that guy coming around there and that guy that was over here somewhere are like on the same team. Or it could be they were already exchanging little metal notes with each other prior to realizing I was somewhere in between them. If we survive this raid, I might have to start calling this my lucky MPX, to be honest. Mounted on the wall, like, you know, one of those game hunting guys. So I came from over there. You see, good example of patience of other players. Because that guy's waiting for me to go out that way, so that way's definitely out. Going that way would still run into him. To have that way to go. Which it sounds like. Is that a pair of legs there? No, it's not legs, is it? I know, it's a bit sneaky, right? But it sounds like there's at least two of them over there. The guy who's firing over there, I would reckon they're on the same teams. There's at least three of them. So the odds are not exactly in our favour. If they knew where I was, then they would have probably thrown a grenade in here, which would for sure be the end of me. Check him.
There is a reasonable chance that they won't see me. They walk past this. I just see like a pile of bodies, you know. Well, it does look like the end of the barrel of my gun, so not to happen in theory, I'd be able to drop him quickly. They're both there though, I could go that way. Theory. Still no news on Death Stranding 2 for the PC. Well, let's check that actually. Wow, bright. Dark mode, please. Dark mode. Please. Yeah. Most of the posts about it are just like people talking about the ESRB rating that appeared briefly and then disappeared. I think they were going to announce it when they won an award and then they didn't. And I think that led them to be like, I don't know. It kind of felt like they were going to and then they didn't because they didn't win something. Could be wrong, but yeah.
much. Take water. It's probably a player scav. Guy's still mooching around waiting for me. Like I said, never underestimate the patience of Tarkov players. Especially when you're outnumbered. Which I think I probably am. Because, like, if you think about it logically, right? There's definitely two over here, and there was one over there, like, firing at whoever. Like, if they weren't on the same team, then these two would have gone and engaged him. So that's just as a three-man covering both sides of Big Red. So, accidentally primed a grenade, so well committed, which brought the other one that was down here up to where he or she was. Scav over there, which not really, well, could hoop through the garages, I guess. Screw it. Let's see if anyone shoots at me or follows me.
That's guys. Need ammo? Got ammo? So that means it's full. Yep. This is one of my favorite trees back in the days before sitting in bushes or I mean that's not quite a bush, but apparently it's close enough that they'll send what do you call him? Parmesan to terminate you for living for bush life, I suppose. Fuck is it? Son of a bitch. That scarce will have definitely hurt. He's still one of my legs, isn't he? Shit. No, dive. Get under there. That's probably the same guy. Would black out the leg, wouldn't he? This made me glad though that I had Some splints on me. Almost. Irony is that the damage wouldn't have been as bad if I wasn't healing myself when it happened. So he's probably trying to just extract. He's just, instead of going that way, he's going to cross the bridge. And he's trying to catch him in his way out. Yeah, might as well just fix the arm. Electric that. We are good. Well, for now. We have not extracted yet. Two, and here we go. He winding me up. Probably make it to ZB11 from here. We'll just go around this. Not walking around a blind corner into a probably player scav, because an NPC scav definitely wouldn't have just ran away from me like that. That is an interesting death position. Okay. Nothing unusual about that, right? Jesus. These scavs are there. Let's start with you. I reckon he's dead. -1 problem. What? Hello, mate. Right. -2 problems. Clips. Oh. Right. Go. 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 4 minutes. Indeed, I was just thinking the same thing. What the hell are you? Jesus. It's made of actual metal. Bollocks. Oof. Do I have a green flare? Gonna be tight this one. Come on. Be ironic if there was like 5 scavs in there when I've got a minute left, you know. Sadly, we do not have time to find out. Well, the chances of anyone like sniping us along this path is pretty low this time. Although I'm down to be proved wrong on that one too. At least we got the sniper out of the way. Go. Signal flare area. And away we go. Well, I guess we're renaming that MPX to Lucky and mounting it on a wall. I'm not sure how I got away with that one, like. Sometimes it's best not to question these things, although I would say that being patient and listening definitely played a part. So close to having that guy. It was just like I was injured and he was injured. And I just couldn't get an angle on him because he was above me and the pipes in the way. Then he almost got me going across the bridge, didn't he? So it's like, but we didn't die, which yeah. Well, you know, don't be too hard on yourself, right? And still no issues with streaming. So how long have we been going for? Yeah, 2 hours. So now what we're gonna do is we've been streaming for 2 hours. I'm gonna put a tune on from iTunes and see if that causes any data issues, like low data, because that was what we were getting, like not getting any data, and then you'd get like timer because we've gone over the 2 hours. I was probably gonna take a break here anyway. So let's test out there. Let's play the Telemann song from their. I think this is their latest album from 2023. Let's go with that one. I'm curious about this. It might just be that it was might have been a Streamlabs thing and just need to clear the cache. Because, I mean, if the song's an album you downloaded on iTunes, then, you know, iTunes is smarter to be using the local copy and not doing it from the internet. So that whole bandwidth thing didn't really make sense. Oh, and let's just tell him. Honestly, there's so many nice tunes. It's like, if you haven't heard of these guys, you're missing out. Just, no, so no issues there either. Strange, right? Alright, we'll just. I don't want to be playing too many tunes, especially when I'm not in a loading screen, because. Yeah, like, I did some reading on this, and I think, like. Yeah. You know, the YouTube, like, fair usage policy, I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense why I was getting that, because, like, I think there was one night when I was just. When I was, I think I was trying to tidy my inventory for at least an hour. And you know, although it'd been like a quite a long stream, like maybe 4 hours, that meant that like an hour of it was like playing like music from other artists in it, which I think is kind of like going over the fair usage thing, which is why I was like, you're getting like a kind of, hey, we're detecting too much of that. They wouldn't say that though, it'd just be like, we're detecting other content from other creators, which is you're kind of like, yeah, but then it's like the thing that confused me at least around it was that when I'd done other streams where you just have like maybe one here and there, it would say, yeah, this is copyrighted, but it's okay to play it on YouTube. You're like, okay. So it was kind of like, and then I did a bit more reading. It's like there's a fair usage policy, and you're like, right, okay. So playing like maybe like I think there was 2 tracks by Tellum, and I was just playing like on repeat maybe for 20 like a while, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know, and I think like that's what triggered it. So I try to just break up the chat a little bit with a tune every now and then, and I think based on what I've read, then everything is fine. Especially if it's no longer crashing the stream, which was kind of annoying. Can't believe I didn't get that guy, man. He was so close. But you know, there's an upside of that. There's always next time, right? We definitely don't need to collect any more guns. This is kind of getting silly now, isn't it? We've got to, like, I'm gonna need to have a purge. We did get one of these, though. I know they're not the greatest, but as, like, you can't buy these until... I see, there you go. That one's available at level 35. Oh, hang on, that's interesting. Wait a second, let's remove that filter. Yeah, so 25. Yeah, but like, who uses the below? Like, it's just, it's just a ×4 straight up. Here they go. Voodoo's level 40. Burris, yeah, that's the one we're looking at now. That's level 35. What else have we got in here? Which one is that? See, because it's grayed out, I can't actually even click on it.
see. So Schmidt, yeah, my Schmidt and Bender. Yeah, the 1 times 8. That's level 40. That's generally the one I use. Bombs, which is meh. Razor, level 40. What do we got else? What about assault scopes? See, Elkin, ×1 ×4, both level 35. Valde, 35. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So essentially, it looks like all the scopes that would be like variable. They're the ones that have the higher level requirement. So, and as I'm still in level 19, like even at ×1 ×4 that I can, scroll through is kind of like, for want of a better word, rocking horse shit at the moment. Although actually, in hindsight, that seems like a pretty solid match. I would say. Let's see. Let's remove this guy up here. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, stream's gone stable there. We haven't had any errors about data. Not any issues playing tunes in iTunes or directly through good old VLC. I'm going to tidy my inventory and I won't bore you with watching that. If you tune in, I hope you enjoyed. I might be back tonight, I might not. I've been kind of tired recently. I might just like have more sleep than I normally have, which is somewhere between like 2 and 4 hours, which is probably why I'm tired. Yeah. Have a good evening wherever you are, or a good day, in fact.